Here we are in Carmel by the Sea on a holiday, Thanksgiving, and pretty much, it's not that crazy. I guess everyone is kind of maybe at their own places today, and I bet you they're going to be here tomorrow and the next day. The waves look nice, but nothing crazy. I don't know if there's going to be any surfers out there or not. The waves were pretty intense today at Pleasure Point. What I love right now, here, let's check this out. You can see there's 3 beams of pink that are just, maybe 4, you could say, or 5, stretching across the sea, across the ocean there. And yeah, that's actually something I haven't seen before, at least here anyways. Emerald green waves, as usual, here in Carmel. And there's always people here, taking pictures together, getting those shots for their family albums, maybe for their Instagram, their Bumble profile, whatever. Right over there, as all you golfers out there know, is Pebble Beach, one of the most famous golf courses in the world. And plenty of waterfowl. It's coming up on Christmas as well, obviously, because it's Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving. So you got your Christmassy kind of, stuff on the beach, kids' clothing. And yeah, now you can kind of look down over here, past the dog, and you'll see, no surfers today. It's actually, the waves are actually worse in that direction. Yeah, someone playing frisbee, someone catching frisbee, and I'm always in awe of how emerald green the waves are. If I could make every wave kind of this emerald green color, which you can see when it breaks, I would do that. Look at that. That's some special kind of action. This has, I would assume, to do with the white sand of some sort there. But sometimes, oh, there we go. There's the dog going for it. Like I say, always people taking photos for their albums and whatnot. Let me get out of their way. Okay, there we go. But yeah, sometimes it's kind of got this grayish green color. You could say today it's more of almost like a hazy blue, with, as I mentioned, the the emerald green poking through when the waves are breaking. I would say the waves look bigger when I was. The waves look bigger when I was up there looking down, and now as I get closer, you can tell, it would be impossible pretty much to surf. Maybe skimboarding would be good today. I don't know. Couldn't say for sure, but I'm gonna try to traverse. And I actually, what I love about the sand on this beach, it's a little, it's squishy and then it breaks apart. It's pretty firm, but almost feels like, when you're making some type of like a cornbread recipe or something like that. Not that I ever do, but okay, so I'm gonna try to jump across this section here. I got my shoes on, so here we go. Oh, I didn't quite make it. But that's okay. All right, so back. Yeah, So you can see, now you can look back and see that little hillside where everyone is, looking down. And what are they looking at? Well, they're looking at this. Just the ocean and the pink. Trying to connect with the ocean, you know? And the thing you gotta watch out for is these waves sweeping in. Shout out to Debbie Mungal, or Debbie Mungal. Yeah, Debbie says, what's your favorite place to be? That's actually a really good question, Debbie. Thanks for sending that in. So, I don't know, favorite place to be. That's kind of a tough one because you could always sort of look at where you'd want to be based on different moods or different scenarios. But I'll throw a couple out there at you. Today, this was my favorite place to be. Honestly, after I went I didn't decide what I was going to do today until I went surfing. And that was what's good about surfing, is it sort of helps clarify your decisions. And so that's what I did, is went surfing at Pleasure Point, just kind of by my house. And I was like, you know, most places are going to be closed today, right? Because of holiday, of course. I'm not in Canada, right? So it's American Thanksgiving here. And I was like, okay, well, I was actually banking on how it is today here in Carmel, which is that, you know, there's not that many places open, but I did actually do a quick search for like a coffee shop. Here, we're gonna go back across this. All right. So, yeah, I bought these shoes. Like, I got a good deal on them, so I don't care if they get ruined or anything. But they're also kind of pretty waterproof too, because they're like old school, you know. That's a good recommendation. So, yeah, today I decided Carmel's the spot because I thought, you know, hopefully not that many people are going to be here because it's the actual Thanksgiving, and it does seem to be the case. Like, compared to the last time I was here, I literally had to park at the very tippy top of the hill pretty much, or at least I tried to. I actually did find a spot a little further down, but and then just walked from there. Today, there's like a zillion parking spots available. That was a cool sound. Look at that. Look at these rocks. Look at what's happening with these rocks. It's pretty cool. Like, you can hear the noise. First of all, there's some like backwash happening. Look at that. Look at that weird backwash. And then boom, you can hear the stones getting thrown to the point where I've actually never heard that before. Where the stones are creating this cool sound as they move back and forth. Watch. Oh shit. Yeah, so gotta watch yourself here. And you know, my camera's not as good as that dude's camera, as you can see. But even with this camera, you can see like those peachy colors just filtering through. But I promise you, in person, it's even better. I promise you that in person, it's way, way, way more intense, right? Aw, the cute dog.
Oh, thank you.
What's his name, or her name?
This is Rufus.
Rufus? Has Rufus been in the water?
Oh, yes.
All right, look at that. Woo. That was cool, huh? Oh, another dog. That might be the same dog as before. Oh, here we go. There's Rufus. There goes Rufus. Okay, so Debbie, I'm going back to Debbie's question. Debbie Mungal. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Going back to Debbie's question, what's my favorite place to be? I love how you phrase it. Be it's like exist, right? Like it's not like what's your favorite place to visit, what's your favorite place to, frequent. It's what's your favorite place to be. So I'm gonna interpret that in the sense of like, where's a place that, where your energy just feels at rest, or you feels cool, feels chill. And as much as I enjoyed going to Tahoe this past weekend, I can't say that Tahoe is my favorite place to be. Now, why wouldn't Tahoe be my favorite place to be? Well, you can go snowboarding there. You do feel like this almost like aspirational vibe when you're there, because people that are there can afford to be either on vacation, or they're on some kind of like fun like work trip, or whatever. Like maybe they're doing like a some type of study program, and so they're kind of just educating themselves on the language, or who knows, maybe it's some type of government program they're doing with the Forest Service and whatnot. So it is cool to be around that. However, there's a lot of times when you go to Tahoe where you just like, you feel like you're getting nickeled and dimed for everything. It is a kind of casino vibe as well, where it's like, you get some of the most famous acts in the world, but they're there to like make money, on the greater Tahoe area. Like they'll do a show, and people all the way from like Reno, Sacramento, Bay Area will come up and it's just like, you won't get that kind of intimate fan experience with them like you will in some other places. So I would definitely not say that Tahoe is a place where I like to be. Maybe temporarily, it's kind of cool, especially after a snowstorm. Tofino, on the other hand, and we're gonna drop a video on our channel about Tofino coming up pretty soon. I'm supposed to be working on that right now because I finally have some time to work on it. But sometimes you gotta get down to the beach and enjoy yourself. But Tofino on Vancouver Island, not to be confused with Torino in Italy. Tofino's on Vancouver Island, and that's a spot where it's just this gnarly Pacific Northwest kind of Cascadia vibe with a Canadian flair, obviously. And so many people go there. Here we go. So many people go there just to enjoy themselves, just to kind of figure something out. And it has a very progressive vibe. So it has some elements that are similar to Portland, you could say. It's the birthplace in a lot of ways of the global environmental movement. And so, and it used to be populated quite heavily, at least all of Vancouver Island did, by draft dodgers and whatnot. There's still the logging community and whatnot. So like you have all those different elements. And just like in Southern California, where surfers are quite valued, you do get that on Vancouver Island as well, where it's like just by being a surfer that's like traversed not just the ferry to get to the island, but found your way across the island. Many do so by hitchhiking even, which I've done many times. You get this feeling like you're kind of in a community of people that have all arrived at the same place together for this similar reasons. You feel the same kind of thing here in Carmel, to be honest. It's like, I don't know if you could call it a community, but definitely there's like this feeling that if you've arrived in Carmel by the sea, you sort of have a similar modus operandi. But that modus operandi, like your trajectory is completely different than, or at least largely different in many ways, than on Vancouver Island. In Vancouver Island, it's like you're there to connect with nature. People are there to like go whale watching, all that kind of stuff. Maybe to get away from the daily grind. Whereas when you are here in Carmel by the Sea, you sort of have this feeling like, maybe you're meeting like, I don't know, like corporate accountants who are on their day off or something, you know? Or maybe like maybe they're trying to buy artwork for their, you know, their second home or something. But at the same time, there's still value placed on natural beauty. I wouldn't say so much the environment per se, especially when you look at the size of cars that people drive. You know, it's like a lot of fancy SUVs and stuff like that. But yeah, you get this sort of touristic feeling of the 1%, which, let's be honest, many of the people that are in Tofino, even if they're kind of roughing it, you know, a lot of them are quite wealthy, because otherwise, how the hell would you fly from Europe to get to Vancouver Island? Like, you have to have a certain amount of funds, and you have to be able to take the time off work. Like, just to go for a day or two in Tofino, it's going to take you 4 to 5 days. Like, even if you're being super, you know, economical about it. Let's throw this rock. I didn't quite make. Oh, yeah, kind of almost made it to the ocean. Look at that! Look at that! Wow! Look at that. You know, obviously not big enough to surf, but you can see it's kind of a fast beach break wave, like a clean, fast wave here. That, you know, that I'm not the best at surfing, but every once in a while you line one up, and it's cool because, you know, for beginners it can be fun just to get out of there in the waves, because it's usually breaking somewhere you can stand. It's a sandy bottom, which is not the case, you know, for the most part to the north of here in Santa Cruz. One of my favorite places to not be, Debbie, is Los Angeles. Nevertheless, I might be headed to Los Angeles in a couple days. I pitched one brand on a potential sponsorship with the channel. Not that they need me to go there in person, but I said, hey, if you need me to sign some paperwork, I might be passing through. But to be honest, the mission this time is not to go to LA. It's to like drive past LA, and I might add past Orange County, because I'm not an Orange County kind of guy, you know. We'll just leave it at that. Although, you know, I'm not against hitting Huntington Beach real quick for a surf on the way through. But I don't know, maybe you guys have some ideas of places that I could hit this weekend if I do decide to head down there. You know, basically I'm going to go towards San Diego, and I'd love to film some stuff for the channel. If you guys have any ideas of places that I should check out between here, which is Carmel by the Sea, or I guess I'll be leaving from Santa Cruz. If you have any ideas of where I should go along the way, you know, Carpinteria, I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I like stopping in San Luis Obispo, but I've done that the last couple times. I probably will do that again. But yes, so maybe somewhere in San Diego County might be fun. Okay, so look at this. So we have this whole like intertidal zone. It's almost like, I almost don't want to call it intertidal, because you don't see any of the kind of muck that you do see in intertidal zones typically. Oh, look at this guy throwing a football. Missed. Yeah, wow, these guys are crazy. It's so cold. You do not realize how cold it is today. Like, I was a bit chilly just being in a wetsuit even. These guys are crazy. I mean, I would do it just for fun, but I just want you guys to know, like, as someone that's been in the waves today, with a full wetsuit on, and still was like, wow, it's a little chilly. Put it this way. My fingers became numb relatively quickly, so that was good. But they definitely tingled for a while. And she's filming it. And that's all she wrote. I can't believe they're not running out. So throwing dogs running after it, boom. Whew. Beauty, dogs chasing back. Hey, I just filmed that on my live stream. I was just wondering, how cold was that?
It is cool. I don't know how much. What was the temperature?
Like low 50s.
Because I went surfing today, and
really?
with my wetsuit, I was like, this is hella cold.
That's why it's just even now.
I know, but I saw you guys, like, you didn't even run out. You're like, that was a boss move right there. If you want to check it out, it'll be on my Frequency Horizon YouTube channel. Just look under live.
Okay, feels good.
Frequency Horizon, yeah. Cheers. Yeah, you guys, you feel like next level probably right now, huh? Happy Thanksgiving. There you go. Now they have a actual full-on video of them doing that they can clip and whatnot. Okay, so you see here, we're gonna try to make it across before the water comes. Perfect. Got it. I love A. It's like someone named A is loved right now. It could be me, I guess. My name's Andrew, so maybe it's about me. Maybe it's about you. Look at that. Yeah, no surfing that. It's way too fast, even if it was big. Okay, yeah, sometimes it breaks more over here, depending on how the swell's coming in. Clearly not today. Although, look at that. Let's look back at Pebble Beach. Looking at Pebble Beach. And I just love, the ocean mist obscures the view a little bit, How cool is that? All right. Cool. Yeah. I assume Pebble Beach would be open today, but I have no idea. Maybe I should go there after and check it out. But yeah, everyone's just kind of enjoying their day together. And you look at how, by the way, some of these clothes could be off Temu or something, but a lot of them might be really next level, designer. Even some of the basic stuff. It's like some of these people are wearing I don't know, pants that are probably $600, I would think. Then again, probably the same looking pants you could probably find for $50 at a different store. So, I say what I'm wearing right now, it's probably pretty high end too. For example, this hat I've got on, that's a limited edition hippie tree hat from basically a company that doesn't even exist anymore. Although I do want to get them on the channel, based in SoCal, I should try to align that up. I'd love to hear their business story about, what happened and what the market forces were like in terms of the apparel industry, how they took the kind of board sport world and rock climbing world by storm for a while there, to the point where everyone copped their designs and stuff like that, but no one's able to meet that threshold that they even the bare minimum that they would do. Not that I was wearing everything that they put out, but this hat I found secondhand. You can't even find this hat most of the time, even secondhand or whatever. So to me, I only spent 20 or $30 on it, maybe 40 with shipping, I'm not sure. The unavailability of it means it's priceless in a way to me. especially because I believe the photographer is from Tofino, which is that place that I was talking about earlier as being the place I like to be. So, you know, that's kind of what, to me, that's what true luxury is. It's like tapping into those things that make you feel extra, make you feel like how you would want to be. So, yeah. All right. I'm kind of backed myself into a corner here. My got some sand on my kicks, but I just love this kind of, you know, I guess you could say intertidal zone, the rocks, you know, the water can kind of, as the sand moves around, it pools in different ways and whatnot, you know. And all of the Monterey Peninsula sort of is like that. Ghost trees, by the way, for you surf fans over there that know a little bit about the history of big wave surfing. Ghost trees, that's probably the ghost tree. Like, I don't know if you can see it, it's not fully clear, but no, I think the ghost tree is just on the other side. But anyways, that's where, like, when Mavericks was originally popping off, Ghost Trees was also popping off. And, you know, I've never seen people surf it because you're not allowed to bring personal watercraft there. And it was like a deal that the surfers did to be able to keep, I think, to keep Mavericks going. It was just, you know, about, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours north of here. I'd say they kind of to say they gave up Ghost Trees, or at least they were just banned from it after some sort of working group with the government. So yeah, I'm not gonna try to. I'm actually smelling what I'm smelling right now is rotten eggs. So I don't know where this rotten egg smell is coming from. You know, obviously it's probably not a gas leak, not one of those out here. Although, keep tuned in case one of these houses blows up. Speaking of gas leaks, you know, as many of you know, I'm a journalistic type of dude. I was sort of looking at, is that a cool effect what happens there? Like, whew, let's do that again. Do that. Oh, that's trippy, huh? I should film, I usually like, let's get that, so we can get that again. Okay. So, apparently, I can't remember what news outlet it was right now, but anyways, some sort of, I think, relatively prominent news outlet supposedly did a deal of some kind with a gas company. I don't know if it was maybe a gas stove retailer or wholesaler. I'm not sure. Direct to consumer. I don't know. But suddenly, all these negative articles about gas appliances or, you know, gas in general, maybe, I'm not sure, started disappearing from their page. And so, yeah, I'll be back with an update, I guess, on my next podcast or something like that on Friday night from 10 to midnight. That's kpcr.org. Electronic music, surf culture, you know the drill. Yeah, because I want to look into, was that proven that they did that? What was the response of the management? Like, were they cool with just like, hey, let's take this money and then let's get rid of all this negative stuff about the gas industry, which is like kind of a tale as old as time, right? Okay, so cooling water, and then you get over here, right? Look at this like rusty kind of looking. Wow. Let's see, is that, looks like it's been reinforced with concrete. Yeah, pretty cool. But bedrock, and you know, get the trees above. Pretty cool. But yeah, it's just, you know, when the water just stands still like this, when it becomes sort of separated from the ocean, it almost gives you the feeling like time is standing still. And then you have something like this where it's like, I don't know if that's, I guess, bull kelp or something like that. That's just like caught in there, I guess. And the seaweed slash moss or whatever. I guess it's not seaweed at this time of day, huh? Right. So, you know, I don't know if the Monterey Aquarium is open today or not, but it's sort of like, I know it's kind of expensive. Although if you're a local, I don't know if it's like you get local prices or something, but I'm technically in the next county up, so I don't know. I did meet someone that works there that said they could hook me up, but you know, I don't know if that was just on a regular basis or what. But yeah, why go to pay those prices when you can see the marine environment up close and personal yourself, and you don't have to deal with so many tourists. And the tourists that are here, it's like they're kind of on the same program, right? They're like, let's go out and fully enjoy nature, you know? Not to say there's anything wrong with, you know, if you want to take your family to the aquarium or anything like that, within reason, obviously. Free Willy, right? I know they're doing serial productions, they're doing that Free Willy documentary thing, but I just feel like I just listened to that or something similar to that recently on a podcast. So as much as I love This American Life, and as much as I love podcasts in general, storytelling podcasts and whatnot. Okay, so this is someone's house. I'm not gonna mess with them. Cowboy boots, bare feet, yeah, and shoes. Got all sorts of situations going on here. And yeah, just like I said, this is pretty actually empty. Well, it does get more empty sometimes, especially when it's raining, which I do actually recommend coming out here at that time. Really not that great of waves out here. It's just, I don't know if it's the rocks that kind of probably mess them up, I would think. Maybe the swell direction too. But yeah, let's get down just to, you know, I'm just not trying to be nosy or anything like that. Just, you know, I'm sure they are used to seeing people climb close, but I didn't realize the house was so close. Probably like many of these houses, they don't live here, right? Although this would be one weekend when I would think people from LA, like fancy, like hoity-toity people, and you know, maybe celebrities are in town to make use of their possibly second homes or third homes or fourth homes or whatever. Fund managers, maybe taking some time off, popping in here. And then another thing, don't forget that, you know, we got the military college that's like near here. I think it's a college. And, you know, the person that could be the Secretary of Defense probably spent time on this beach too. You know, I mean, we know for sure that, you know, he got wrapped up in a little something at a hotel nearby here. But I've not heard whether he's a surfer, whether he has surfed at this beach. Maybe he's afraid of the water. I don't know. That doesn't seem likely for someone that served in the military. But, you know, maybe he doesn't maybe that experience made him want to stay far, far away from the ocean. You never know, right? So, anyways, check this bird out. Yeah. What up, bird? Love those kicks you got on. Those web feet. Oh, did you see that poop? I caught you pooping. Okay, no one liked that. I just lost like 4 followers, or like live stream people. Let's move on. Sorry, I didn't mean to invade your privacy. My bad. Oh, so these are the birds we're listening to right now, actually. Just typical gulls, you know. But, you know, everyone loves that at the beach, right? Okay. Let's head back. Slowly but surely. It's been fun. And boy, is that smell of like rotten eggs like coming through pretty strong. I've actually never smelled that here before. Man. I remember when I used to live on the east coast of Vancouver Island in Comox, or at least, well, yeah, when I was living in Comox, it was really like the first place I got to experience it was where like, I wouldn't say it was like rotten eggs, but there was like this weird stench. And there'd be a lot of like a different type of seaweed, not like the bull kelp that you get on the the West Coast, but sort of just like trippy other types of seaweed that you would actually see wash up just at certain times of year, right? Certain periods. And then like, different egg laying periods and mating periods and all this kind of stuff like would change the composition of what would show up. Sometimes you'd even get like hella little jellyfish like this, just like hundreds and thousands of them, That was pretty cool. Of course, it was something I didn't grow up with. I was never like living by the ocean growing up, so that was a crazy thing that you're just like, oh, you just get these crazy smells out of nowhere. So anyways, let's flip back to the beach because, that's what we're here for. And let's see, the sunset is just kind of like coming through pretty strong, Let's see if we can get the one size fits all, I guess, vibe. Here we go. So yeah. But yeah, this is a pretty clean beach. I mean, I've been reading the local newspaper, which if you ever get a chance, I think you can read it online. It's called the Carmel Pinecone, which is not in any way affiliated with the newspapers that I work with, but they're a great newspaper. And, they do like the classic local reporting, and they have a pretty good like subscriber and, well, I don't know if they have subscribers, but advertiser base for sure. It's always a super thick paper. I'm trying to get my paper that I work on as the editor to like hopefully get our pages up a little more. And I told like the ad, folks at my paper, like, yo, you should actually try to get some of the advertisers that advertise in the pine cone because, where I work up in Los Gatos there, similar kind of crowd. I'm sure there's some people here today from Los Gatos enjoying the day, watching the dogs run around. And yeah, there's just something, as you all know, something very peaceful about being by the beach. Look how free that dog feels. I'm sure some of these dogs are cooped up in like tiny little apartments, or they're actually, some of them maybe live in kennels. And to be out here, look, that is like what surfers feel like when they're catching waves. Just that feeling of frolicking in the waves. Not that I know surfers are hella cool, like they're not frolicking. Go dog, go. Okay. Yeah, see? The dog listened to me. I don't even like dogs that much. How cool is that? Sandcastle making, coffee drinking, or whatever beverage they have, hand in hand with a child there, probably turning them into a future surfer too. Loving your loved one, all that kind of stuff, right? That's what the beach is for, And, of course, the sunset. Yep. I feel like I'm pushing it with my shoes. I think it's good for now, but I'm definitely going to clean them off because, the ocean's salty and whatever. But I don't care. Look at this whole stretch of beach is just empty. A lot of times, if you guys don't know, it's nice to go to the beach when it's a little overcast like this, or even very overcast, or even raining. Because you can still enjoy yourself. But all the people that are like, I don't know, should we drive for like an hour and a half from San Jose, or like 2 hours from Oakland to go to Carmel? If it's like even threatening rain a little bit, or they just are like, oh, sunny beach day, like that's what people think, right? It's great. Those are the days you want to go because, there's less traffic. By the way, like as I walk, I'm not like sweating buckets or anything, right? So it's kind of nice. You're like working up heating up your core, but you're not gonna have to wash your hat out later, which is kind of nice because I told you earlier, this is a limited edition. Look at that. Limited edition hat. Oh, here we go. Jumped over that. All right, so yeah, as you can see what I'm talking about? People love these kind of cars, right? I mean, I don't know. Those ones aren't so bad, but it's the trucks that are like, their grills are taller than me. And I got this like, I'm trying to be economical with the gas that I use and everything for the sake of the environment. And it's like, I just don't understand these people that 1 or 2 people driving these cars that are super hard to park. Like, and it's not like if you go to these like environmentally friendly places, quote unquote, like Vancouver Island, that you see less of them. Like, it's just, I feel like we're getting conned again as a society, Okay, whatever. Yep, that's Pebble Beach. Doesn't look like there's anyone on the course today, does it? Not that I care. I was chasing the dog's literally not even chasing a ball. The dog's chasing a green laser light. Isn't that funny? Okay, another pool to jump over. Oh, I kind of, screwed that one up. Look at that. Boom. I don't even think there was a dog running after that. Okay, yeah, remember this is the super backwash section right here. I mean, that's the thing about when you can come to the same beach a million times and the waves are doing something completely different every time, You can see, yeah, there's this little like the water pool section over there, but I can make it across to the top, the high part. Yep, look at that. Uh-oh, no, it's stranded. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what we do here. Okay, it's coming. Ready, go. That time I got my feet soaked, actually. But that's why I always, there's the thing, there's no cause for alarm, right? Just gotta bring an extra pair of socks with you. Hey, what up, buddy? Say, what's the dog's name? Nona, say hi to my subscribers. Hi, Nona.
Luna.
That's all good. Have a good one. Where are you guys from?
From Italy.
Italy. Okay, nice to see you.
Bye.
I'm from Santa Cruz. Bye. That was Nona, the dog. Very cool. But yeah, as I was saying, little beachgoer trick, technique, whatever you want to say. Hack. They like saying hack. That's a word people like a lot for some reason. It is overused, although if you want to search for something, throw that word hack on the end and the word Reddit. One of those two things is going to work for you. But yeah, just bring an extra pair of socks. Not that big of a deal, right? Let's see what life looks like through my sunglasses. Shh. Look at that. Cool, right? I love that effect. Is that a cool effect? Okay, that's good. Whatever. That's enough of that. Wait, let's try it one more time. Let's see if I can get the. Oh, there we go. No, that's stupid. You gotta try stuff like that though in life, you know? Go out, you know, take a surfboard, throw your wetsuit on. Who knows where it'll take you, right? Maybe you'll end up on the beach with a beautiful girl like that, you know, beautiful woman. Maybe you'll find out you have a knack for surfing. Maybe you'll like win a sandcastle contest. That's the thing. We have a video on our channel. Just search, I guess, like Frequency Horizon Sandcastle Contest Carmel, and you'll see like we've been actually a couple times, I think, where they have just these amazing sandcastles. Oh, look at this! I love this. Oh, what is this? I don't know, something in a Fibonacci swirl. Go back to the ocean, my friend. See, that's why this beach is this like beautiful white-ish sandy color. Pretty sure it's because of the seashells, right? Whereas in Santa Cruz, it's like rocky and whatnot. Look at that. Beautiful, right? I wish I could like thumbs up this comment from Debbie. When I click on the comment from Debbie, it says I can pin message, report, or remove, which, I mean, I don't mind pinning it, but there's no point because it's the only comment so far. And then it, obviously don't want to report it or remove it. And then it says author channel activity, add as moderator. Hey Debbie, if you're tuned in still, I'll make you a moderator on the video if you want. But that's not what I wanted to do. I just wanted to like wave at you or something. But maybe I have to be on desktop, I guess. Or maybe I need a different like iPhone. I don't know. Maybe you can only do it on Android. Who knows? But definitely don't want to report it. Because like, shout out to Debbie. You know, let's get the headscarf on the beach, which is cool, you know, to see people of all different backgrounds coming here. Now, you know, there's people that are here that you're like, oh, are they like from another country and like visiting here because they know it's like a popular destination point for visitors? That may be the case, right? In fact, I saw one woman with a headscarf on earlier today. And then her like, I don't know, must have been husband, boyfriend, who knows, getting out of like a super fancy car, like a nice sleek black car, right? So in that case, you're like, well, you know, they might be living in this area or San Francisco, but there's equally, maybe possibly equally, around equally the possibility that they're like wealthy people from another country that know that this is a fancy place to go. It's Carmel by the Sea. It's a pretty fancy place. Oh, here we go. Let's find out if he wanted. Want to find out if he like found anything? Let's see if he'll talk to us. What do you guys think? I bet you found a bracelet. Let's just say. Did you find anything cool today? What did you find? What kind of jewelry? Oh, I was wrong. I said bracelet. We got ring into it. Congratulations. Have a good one. All right, so you got a ring, actually. That's cool. So look, you still see beachcombing. Imagine that. And I guess this would be a pretty good beach to check on, right? A lot of wealthy people wandering along the beach, and you might just find some like super high priced jewelry compared with like Santa Cruz, where that may be the case, but you're more likely to find like a puka necklace or something. Are you having a good day?
Yeah. She needs to go to the restrooms.
Oh yeah, me too. Is that Italian?
No, it's Macedonian.
What?
Macedonian.
Macedonian, only a couple countries off. It's close.
Yeah,
it's
not
close,
far
right?
away.
Yeah. Cool. Just visiting?
No, I live in San Francisco.
Oh, you live. Okay. Okay, cool. There you go.
She was born here.
Who's she?
My daughter.
Your daughter was born here?
In Princeton, New Jersey.
Oh, in New Jersey. Okay. Cool. In Princeton.
Yeah.
And that's where she goes to school soon, right?
I don't know.
She goes to Princeton, right? I'm just kidding. All right, time to get up there.
Caitlin.
Yeah. Caitlin's having a bit too much fun, looks like. Driving her dad crazy a little bit. Okay. Oh, a race. Look at that, racing. Who's gonna win? Oh yeah, end with a high five. That's the way to do it. All right, boys and girls. We've reached the end of a, looks like it was an hour-long live stream. Wow. If you could put up with that, you could put up with our electronic music podcast on Friday nights from 10 to midnight Pacific time, kpcr.org, or if you're in the Los Angeles and the Los Gatos, sorry, I should say, Los Gatos and San Jose area, it's at kpcr.org or 92.9 FM. Pirate Cat Radio is the name of the station that I do my show on every week. Last week we had the Transcendental Meditation guy on and the newspaper writer, as well as the DJ playing some sick liquid drum and bass, which, by the way, this is one of my favorite places to listen to liquid drum and bass. Is here. More of the Planet V recordings kind of vibe. Or V recordings. No, I don't know what's Planet V. Maybe that's one of their imprints. I don't know. But anyways, yeah. Brian G. Get him spinning some tunes in your ears, and this is not a bad place to kind of tune into that. Yeah, once again, this is Carmel by the Sea, just maybe like an hour or two south of the Bay Area, and a great place for people to, you know, recreate, get that bougie feeling, and return to their daily lives, no matter how hectic that is. Yeah, just love hearing the different languages that you hear. I mean, that was clearly Chinese. And there was that Macedonian guy earlier, that was cool. Although he said he's not from, he's from Macedonia, but he lives in the Bay Area now. And his daughter was born in New Jersey. So yeah, it wasn't a crazy hike or anything, but yeah, walking on sand flexes at least some muscles, you know. Might not have made it to the gym today, but I don't even know if the gym's open. But I did walk the beach, which is like, you know. Oh, and I went surfing too, so. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.